Hello, today we're continuing our lesson on counting slope on a coordinate plane. Recall from yesterday that there are different ways that you can describe slope. Who remembers? What kind of a slope is this? If you said positive slope, you're correct. When the line is going upward to the right, you will have a positive sloping graph. What kind of slope is this? Well, sure, that's a negative slope. This is going downward to the right, not upward to the right, so the opposite of a positive slope would be a negative slope. How about a horizontal line? What's the slope of this? That's right, it's zero slope. Remember, slope is a measure of steepness, and a flat line has no steepness. It's perfectly flat. And then lastly, we have a vertical line, which we say is an undefined slope. Recall from yesterday that the definition of slope is rise over run. And the run describes the change in the x position of your graph, and a vertical line has no run. Its change is zero. And you can't divide by zero. If you try doing that, you'll get an error on a calculator. The definition of slope, as we said, is rise over run. Remember that the rise is the change in the vertical direction, it's the change in y. The run is the change in the horizontal direction. It's the change in x. Let's look at an example. All right, here we have a line that's sloping upward to the right. Therefore, this is a positive sloping line. Now, we can take any 2 points on a line and we can count up and over to another point on the same line, and that would give us slope. Let's do that. Let's start at -2, -2. We're going to count upward and then go over to where x is 1 and y is 4. So starting here, we would go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's plus 6 in the y direction. That is going to be the rise of our slope. Okay? The run will equal the change in the x direction. So starting here, we're now going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3. That's plus 3 in the x direction, so the run is positive 3. The slope of this line then is going to equal 6 over 3, but we can reduce that to 2 over 1, or just 2. That's the answer for example 1. Let's try another one. All right. What kind of a slope is this line? That's right. This is a negative sloping line. Let's start at -3, 2, and we're going to count down and across to where x is 3 and y is -2. So starting here, I need to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the negative y direction, because here y was equal to positive 2. All the way down here, y equals -2. So we went down. The rise then is going to equal a -4. Now let's calculate run. From here, we'll turn right and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's positive 6 in the x direction. That's the denominator of our slope. So this is going to equal -4 over 6. Remember that a negative divided by a positive is still a negative, and 4 over 6 can reduce. We can divide out a 2 out of the numerator and denominator. The slope of this line is going to equal -2/3. Think you're getting the hang of it? All right, let's try example 3. Okay, go ahead and count the slope and see what you get. Let's see how you did. First of all, this is a positive sloping line. It's going upward to the right. Let's start at negative 3, 0. To get up to where x is 5 and y is 2, we have to go up 1, 2 in the y direction. So that's plus 2 for the rise. Now let's count our run. We would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the positive x direction. So the run is equal to 8. Let's reduce our fraction for slope. 2 over 8 will reduce to 1 over 4. So the slope of this line is 1/4. How'd you do? Okay. Let's do one more. Example number 4. Calculate the slope of the line. Let's check your answer, see how you're coming along. First of all, this is a negative sloping line. It's going downward to the right. Let's start up at negative 4, 4 and count down. We have to count down 6 in the y direction. So the rise will equal negative 6. Now let's calculate run. The run is a positive 6. Negative 6 divided by positive 6 is going to equal negative 1. So the slope of this line is a negative slope like we should expect, and it's equal to negative 1. Thank you.